The river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby, just say my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low.
The art of marriage. The little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's at no time taking the other for granted. It's having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It's standing together, facing the world. It's forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It's doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy.
I remember the first weekend I spent any quality time with Loren and Jonathan as a couple. They were in Chicago. It was Halloween weekend. I believe Kelly and Matt were there as well. And as soon as they left, I texted Sherry, Loren's mom, and said, "Oh my God, he is the one. I know it in my gut." And I told Loren afterwards, I texted her and said, "Don't mess this up. We need this." And I was wrong. That was the metal-mouthed girl telling the horse-haired girl that we needed this love story. Loren didn't need Jonathan, and Jonathan did not need Loren. They chose each other back then. They chose each other today in front of everyone here. And they will continue to choose each other for the rest of their lives.
Well, as Jonathan tells us about this tournament, about midway through, he makes a turn in the conversation. And he says, I have to tell you, I'm very much in love with Loren. Well, Sherry explodes into tears. And so did I, for a whole different set of reasons. But as I sat there and I listened to Jonathan talk about how he and Loren had met and how their relationship had developed and the goals they had accomplished and the goals they hoped to accomplish. Well, I realized right there and then, there are never two people better suited for each other. So please help me celebrate one more time the new Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan and Loren Kamnitzer and the wonderful life they have ahead of them. Thank you.
Most of my memories for the past decade involve Loren. We've seen each other go from crazy college kids trying to figure out life to getting big kid jobs, and now I'm watching you live out your love story. I couldn't be more proud of the woman you're becoming, mostly because I've seen how far you've come since Chico. You are the most loyal, caring friend that's literally become my family. You're the smartest, most hardworking person I know, and I'm so excited to watch you conquer this next chapter in your life as a wife.
Based on your wedding vows, it seems like you pretty well have it covered, but I do want to give you a few pieces of advice for life with Nano. First, and you did a great job on your first dance, but be careful out there tonight. Fractured faces are a common side effect of dancing with Nano. we might need to fill you in on that one, Schiller. Next, and this one can be very confusing at times. If he's asking you a series of questions, that means he's disagreeing with you. Third, make sure and compliment his golf swing, and perhaps more important, act interested when he gives you advice on yours. And last, if you ever find yourself in trouble with him, default to an ice cream sundae with extra whipped cream. Wrapping things up here, in the words of Forrest Gump, I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. And you two certainly have it. Nano and Loren, peas and carrots.
Jonathan, John, Johnny, Nano, Gadu, Babe, B. We all know you have a lot of nicknames, but the one I like best after today is that you'll be called mine. From the minute I met you, there was an unexplainable force drawing me to you, and I vividly remember looking for any excuse I could just so I could talk to you. It's funny, I've never looked up the definition of a soulmate, but I came across this, sadly, while scrolling on Instagram. A soulmate is defined as such: a person with whom you have an immediate connection the moment you meet. A connection so strong that you're drawn to them in a way you've never experienced before. Your soulmate understands and connects with you in every way and on every level, which brings a sense of peace, calmness, and happiness when you're around them. This explains to a T how I felt all those years ago and how I still do standing here today.
Loren, I love how you stare at me with your beautiful brown eyes. People call the eyes the window to the soul, and there is nothing but love and kindness in there, eager to explore and experience life to its fullest. You're just as beautiful outside as you are inside. I love how smart, driven, caring, and dedicated you are to whatever you put your mind to. I love how loyal you are to your friends and family. I love how much you love to dance, even by yourself. I think I told you this, I can't remember, but watching you dance the night away at our date at Toby Keith was actually the first time I remember telling myself that you were the one for me.